You mentioned everyone obviously in the ring after the fight. Spence was the guy you stuck on at the end. You said you want all those guys, but so there's not one guy at the top that you're sort of targeting. Whatever belt that I'm ranked the highest in, I think it's the IBF, so that's what we going. So that's Spence. He got the NBC and IBF. If I can get that, that's perfect. But if not, I'll take Blue guys. If I can't get Blue guys, I'll take the other champion. Mary Crawford and Mary Crawford for if I can't get them, we keep them. Can you sort of walk us through the finishers you over?
All right, you heard him. I'll be right back. So you hear Jaron Ennis. He basically said that he's going after Spence's IBF belt because he's ranked the highest there. We could pull up the rank of the system in a bit. And let's talk about it. Check out the welterweight boxing playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I'm tired, I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll get to him and Spence maybe in a live, or Spence and Crawford, Ugas, and maybe a live later, depending how the day go. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, people are not gonna like it, and PBC fans kind of been throwing Ennis towards Crawford way. But like I said before, they on the same side of the street. You feel what I'm saying? And Bud is the only one they got a chance because Bud, I think Bud is the only one that can beat him. You know, and who knows? Bud 34. You know, but that's an advantage, and some people might look at it as a disadvantage. But he got experience, and he would know how to break him down. And it's just a little bit too inexperienced for him right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got to find somebody that's going to take him the distance. And like I said before, I've seen this story over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of these some prospect that looks unbeatable and looks indestructible, but at some point, somebody out there that can go 12. It may even be a journeyman. Okay, I'm not saying that he ain't special. He's very special. You know, I hear all the stories in sparring, and all the stuff that's going around from multiple sources. That's legit. But I've seen the story before when somebody look unbeatable and big. You know, they look like, man, can't nothing. You know, they like the juggernaut. But trust and believe, man. There's a way to beat them. You know, and sometimes it may be moving up in weight. You know, fighting bigger dudes, taking bigger punches, or it may be just a technical flaw. And yesterday, you seen say what you want to say. Delorme showed a little bit. You know, just a little bit that if you got to punch with that guy, like Roy Jones looked unbeatable at one point in time. He looked like like he was a juggernaut. But say what you want to say about Montel Griffin in the beginning of that fight. Montel Griffin, Montez Griffin showed he showed that he can kind of him and Eddie Fuss showed that there were some chinks in Roy's armor. And like I said before, with Thomas Delorme, he punched with him. He punched with him, and that's how you gonna have to. I told you I got to back this kid up, but not only do that, you got to punch with him, and you still may lose because he took that punch like it was nothing. And Delorme is a solid puncher, bro. He's a good puncher, and he hit him with a good right hand, and he actually hit him with some good shots in the beginning of that fight. Anytime you see a fighter smile, he hit Boots with something that caught Boots' attention early on. I mean, I don't know if y'all picked it up. I forget what the punch was, but he hit Boots with something that caught Boots' attention early on. He did. He really did. And Boots, Boots started laughing and shit like that, man. But he hit Boots with something that caught his attention early on. But it wasn't like Boots. It was gonna stop Boots from eating. Boots kept eating. So like I said before, man, I think it's just I mean, people say, well, he ain't fighting a caliber fighter, but it ain't his fault. If it was up to him, he'd be fighting, top 5. He'd be fighting champions right now. But this is the process. This Errol Spence went through the process because they just wasn't giving Spence. They just wasn't giving Spence the killer. I mean, the killers wasn't fighting Spence, even though Spence could have probably hung with Spence probably could have hung with Keith Thurman right away. It's a process. It's like a rites of passage to take the torch. That's what people got to understand. It's a rites of passage. Take that torch and run with it. There's nothing you can do. It's just a process. You can put yourself in positions and ranking in belt bodies. You can do all that, but it's a process. The powers that be, these promoters, that's gonna be his biggest obstacle and his biggest opponent is these promoters. That's gonna be his biggest opponent, bro. Is these promoters, bro. That is gonna be, that's gonna be his biggest obstacle. Am I optical? You ain't no obstacle. This is gonna be his obstacle right here. Is politics. Politics, man. And like I said before, man, if you look at the ranking system right now, he ranked 6 in the WBC, he ranked 5 in the WBA, ranked 5 in the WBO, and he ranked 3 in the IBF. And how's Mikey ranked 2? I mean, that's it's a question in itself. So honestly, you're gonna see a situation in where this number one dude in IBF, we call him Q Dova, no disrespect, can't pronounce all that. He's gonna get a shot because he signed with PBC and he's the number one guy. Unless they order him in Ennis to fight, but he's gonna get a shot, honestly. So then Porter gonna fight Bud. He probably gonna drop down, and Ennis gonna be number one. Once Bud defend that mandatory, he got a whole year. And that whole year, I think he gonna accomplish what he want to accomplish. I think that's gonna be, or then it's Ugas, and from what I hear, it's gonna be Bud. That's what I hear. It's gonna be Ugas and Bud. I think you might see him fight 3. You might see him fight 3 times a year is what it sounds like. You might see him fight 3 times a year. So, but him and Ennis, him and Spence, I think Spence is tailor-made for him. You know what I'm saying? Spence, I think, Spence can be able to push him back. I think maybe it might be somebody basic. I think it might just take somebody that's basic to beat him. One thing about Spence, when he start throwing that shit, Spence going to a hermit shell. And that's why I say tailor-made for him. He gonna spin Spence like a top, bro. It's gonna be up to Spence to go to that body and slow him down early on and step it up late. And right now, Spence ain't been stepping it up late. He been fading late on because he, because of the weight. But that Spence jab is the key, and him cutting off the ring is the key. He got to keep Ennis moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? He got to touch that body and just keep that stick on him and punch with him. But like I said before, that's a really good fight. And I think Ugas might have the best style outside of Bud, honestly. Even though he might get ran out the ring because he's a counter puncher. He can slow shit down. And you can make this kid think and slow him down, you might have a chance. But I don't think Ugas possesses the firepower to keep him off him. I think, Spence does. But you're talking about Bud, another good opponent. I think he might have the best key. He can match the length, ring IQ. He can do certain things. They could both switch together. But the thing about Bud, I think he's a 12-round fighter. He's in great condition at welterweight. Unlike Spence at this point, because Spence been here longer. But I think proven chin. I think that punch Delorme hit him with. I think that might be a key. But like I said before, why would any of these 3 guys fight him? Why would Sean Porter fight him? Why would Keith Thurman fight him? Why? And they're not fighting each other. It's money to be made. Now they can force these guys to fight him, but we gotta wait and see. But I think Errol Spence is gonna be gone in a year or 2, year and a half. He's gonna be gone. If he collect all the belts and unify 3 belts, he can easily drop the IBF. His fan base is going to allow him to duck. They allow him to duck Bud. Why wouldn't they allow him to duck Ennis? They're gonna protect Ennis on Bud. But the honest truth, man, Ennis and Ortiz is destined to dance. And they may be destined to clean this division up. You got Josh Taylor coming up, so we'll see. We see, but the more ring experience they allow Ennis and Virgil Ortiz to get, the more dangerous they're gonna be. The more dangerous those guys gonna be. So, like I said before, you know, he gonna have to wait his turn. And politics is gonna hold him back, and you know, just a rites of passage. Everybody other than Lomachenko had to go through it, but Lomachenko couldn't have did it at welterweight. He would have had to wait his turn. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think about it, man. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to advertise on the channel. Hit me up, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want a business question, inquiry, response, video quest, chop it up. All my social media links in the description. Twitter's the fastest way, Facebook, and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. That's what to donate. Thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon, all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. And when I go live and drop a video, check out the welterweight playlist and boxing news playlist. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time, Goodfellas Sports TV. And don't forget to check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube.